Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we have two videos to cover. The first being a disrespectful man-child who gets manhandled by an awesome judge. And second, we have a sovereign citizen who only recently came to the realization that he doesn't have to pay his credit card bill. But before we begin, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Ground News. Ground News is an app and a website that brings together news from around the world and delivers it in one place. Like this article about the Haboob dust storm that recently slammed Phoenix, causing flights to ground and power outages. What makes Ground News so useful is that you can instantly see both the political breakdown and factuality of each article you read, giving you the full spectrum of perspectives. With this Haboob story, 95% of the reporting comes from highly factual sources, with 58% of the reporting coming from the center. When I personally search the news, I like to use the blind spot tool, which allows me to see what stories are being reported on by one side while being completely ignored by the other. Like this story about the president and Wall Street demanding the Fed run the economy hot, with all the coverage coming from right and center-leaning sources and absolutely no coverage coming from the left. Or this story about Maine clinics being denied Medicaid funds, getting coverage from the left and center with zero coverage coming from the right. I recommend using Ground News so you don't fall ignorant to what's going on in the world due to the biases of the news that you consume. So head to ground.news/Team Skeptic, click the link in the description, or scan the QR code you see on screen to receive 40% off the Vantage plan and unlock full access to all of the features that Ground News has to offer. Because the goal shouldn't be for you to just stay informed, it should be to stay fully informed. And you can do that with Ground News. And thank you once again to Ground News for sponsoring this video. Now the first video we're going to cover was found on Sovereign Citizen Encounters channel. And while I don't think this guy is a full-blown sovereign citizen crayon cruncher yet, he is definitely on the verge of jumping off that cliff. So let's begin.
Oh, you're going to love this because if you've ever wished a judge would finally put someone in their place, this is that moment. Quick question. If you were the judge, would you have the patience or the gavel slam? Let me know in the comments.
That's me.
That green on behalf of people.
Illinois 87446, Stephen in for the attorney of record, Dr. Dominic, and appearing on behalf of Mr. Dansby, who stands to my right. Mr. Dansby, can you please state your full name for the record?
Yes, my name is Timothy Dansby, and I'm about to represent myself and take counsel as an assistant, to be honest. But I don't know who this being is. I never signed for no representation of counsel, so.
Okay, you don't want a lawyer? You don't have to have one.
And here we go, classic sovereign citizen logic. I don't want a lawyer, but I need help. But I don't trust the system, but also I do. Sound familiar? It's like watching someone argue with their GPS and still expecting to arrive at the destination.
So it's paying me hard, so I'm gonna need some type of system.
Okay, well that's what we got for you. Okay.
I'm gonna represent myself.
Well, we don't have standby lawyers. So either you want a lawyer or you do not.
So first is I wanna go ahead on with the preliminary.
Okay, well, first of all, you're charged with retail fraud first degree. Now, first degree retail fraud is a felony charge. So the maximum penalty on this charge, let's see.
I believe it's 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years and a $10,000 fine or 3 times the value. You know what? Let me tell you something. You got a happy mouth.
I got a brain to go with.
Well, you can have but you're disrespecting me.
I'm sorry.
Oh, big mistake. Rule number 1 in court. Never interrupt the judge. Seriously, this guy is racking up courtroom fouls faster than a basketball player on defense. Would you keep your cool here? Or would you snap back to 720?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that even though this guy has 2 ears to listen, he's still lacking the brain to process what you're saying. But that's just my observational opinion.
All right, so this charge, you have a right to have a preliminary examination on this charge within 21 days of your arraignment date and within 7 days of today's probable cause date. So, preliminary examination is the probable cause hearing, where the prosecution puts on evidence to show probable cause to believe that this crime of retail fraud first degree was committed and that you were likely the one who committed it. And if in fact we have that hearing and they meet that burden, I'm going to send this over to circuit court for trial. If they don't meet their burden of proof, then of course this could be dismissed at this level. All right. So you understand all that? Now you don't have the discovery because I'm sure your lawyer probably doesn't have it either. Does Mr. Gonick have discovery?
Yesterday, we received paper discovery late yesterday. It will be sent to Mr. Danby today, and have not received any audiovisual discovery from my understanding.
I like the job if you don't mind. About the motion, you know what I'm saying, for the fact that I have been denied, you know what I'm saying, in the time denied, you know what I'm saying, in the prosecutorial misconduct of the supervisor government check, even though
Sure. Okay, that's a lot of talking. Where's the prosecutor? Where's the prosecutorial misconduct?
well, I should have had my discovery, dog.
Sir,
And you'll get all the discovery as soon as the prosecutor has it, just like the judge said.
do you understand how this process works? Well, no, you shouldn't have had your discovery because this is the first hearing.
So in the first year, I don't prepare anything if I don't have any paper.
First of all, there is no preparing of anything just yet. Just yet.
I'm
Because
supposed to just stand here and just say, oh, yes, come on, this is not slavery. This is not it. This is not the one. Please. I am not the one. I don't care nothing about the United States. First of all,
apparently not.
Court.
You must not care too much about anything, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't even have a license plate. What's your license plate?
First of all, I don't know who you think you're talking to. But do you want to spend an extra 30 days in custody? No, you don't. You don't care. Obviously, that's why you're here charged with something.
What is your license plate?
I don't have to answer you, and I don't answer to you. And I'm not gonna start now. You need to settle down. You need to settle down.
And just like that, he's gone. Imagine thinking you're about to win your freedom with legal word salad, only to get escorted out mid-raunt. The drama in these hearings feels less like law and order and more like judge versus comedy.
He just having his moments. So we're gonna adjourn this, and I'm gonna waive the 21-day, 7-day rule for this discovery. Yeah, welcome to Friday. All right, so we'll give you what do you think? You could just need video?
Understanding, yes.
Okay. So we'll give like a couple weeks to do it.
Yes.
And he's gonna want to see it, so you probably gonna need to have him take a
I will let
laptop over there to the jail and take his license to practice law to him. Okay. All right. So the next probable cause conference on this charge is gonna be
I just to make a record as regards to that discovery. I do have paper discovery, which Sister Counsel has noted that has been tendered already. I do not have, does not appear that I have audiovisual discovery in my possession, but I will seek it should it exist.
okay. If it does, it does. You know, if it doesn't, there's not much we can do. But we'll see if it does, and we'll come back on.
Court's available August 25th at 9:30.
August 25th at 9:30, and hopefully your client will have had a chance to review everything, and we'll be a little more settled down.
Mr. Gonick will be in trial in the Wayne County Circuit Court. I think that they work for myself, but if you're wanting Mr. Gonick to be here,
Well, we're not holding an exam on that date, so you'll be able to tell us if you want one or waive it. If you think you can handle him, I'm happy to have you come back. If you think Mr. Gonick should handle him, then we'll give you a new date. It's up to you.
I would say in this instance that I would be more comfortable with Mr. Gonick because he handled his own.
Well, you know what? You gotta cut your teeth somehow. We've all had this.
Just don't know.
Ask Miss Gracie. Okay? Ask Mr. Puda.
I
We've all dealt with difficult clients.
We got this crazy. No, that he's an expert in this.
I've had my share over the years when I was licensed to practice law. So by his standards, I'm not licensed. Okay. 25th at 9:30 would be good. His bond will be continued. And just have Mr. Gonick visit him and talk to him, and hopefully he'll be a little more settled down.
Unfortunately, Judge, he comes back a few weeks later and hasn't settled down at all.
This is case number 25S00791F1, People State of Michigan versus Timothy Dansby.
Sure, on behalf of the people. Morning, Your Honor. Ben Gonick, I'm here on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Okay, Mr. Gonick, good morning. Sir, come on. Can you get up? Can he move? No? Okay, sir, can you tell us your name? All right, so Mr. Dansby, today is the adjourn date for a probable cause conference on this charge of this was a retail fraud, first degree. And so last time, Mr. Gonick, you needed some video discovery and you wanted to review all that. So did you get a chance to do that? Okay. Well, he didn't apparently, but did you look at it?
I did not receive it.
Okay, what happened with the video stuff?
I wasn't here in this case.
Huh?
I don't see it even in my file, so what you can tell the court is actually this is next day. I'll get it today. So.
Oh, all right. Well, things might have slowed down since she was off. Okay, so you want an adjournment, Mr. Gonick, again? A brief one?
Yes.
I don't know. How long would you like?
Pardon me?
How long would you like it to be?
We have a trial next week starting in front of Judge Rowe, but it's only going to be a couple days trial.
Okay. Okay, sir, put your hand down. Put your hand down. Okay. The following week.
Yes.
What do we have the following week? Not next week, but the following week.
For just another,
Another PCC.
for 8th at 9:30.
How about September 8th, 9:30? We'll get to you in just a second, sir.
The only problem I have is that my trial starts on the 4th. It should be done the 5th, but that's Judge Rowe's criminal call, so that'd be
So he won't be doing it during that.
trial.
Yeah.
Right. That would be.
September 8th at 9:30 then. Now, what do you want to say, sir?
Say, Your Honor, that, first of all, this is supposed to be an examination, but I'm not asking for German. I was asking for more. I also want to state this party is being forced on me, because I didn't ask for one. I didn't sign for no attorney being represented, so I don't know why he adjourned something where he's not even, I don't even have him represented. I mean,
You're going to get the information.
I don't get the information, well, I said, apparently,
Sir,
bring it to me and review it.
okay, the prosecutor ain't going to bring nothing to the jail.
Think about what the law said. That's one by
Okay.
what he did.
I don't know what law you looking at. Okay, but the prosecutor's not going to bring you.
But I'm an inclusionary member of the bar by the Constitution of right. I have the right to defend and prosecute myself by the Constitution of the United States Constitution, which is the highest law of the land. It becomes the court limit.
All I got from that word salad was that the Constitution.
Okay, let's pause here. The Constitution of the Constitution, that's not a thing. What he's trying to argue is some imaginary loophole, but legally, it's nonsense. And judges have heard this stuff 1,000 times. It never works.
I'm not trying any facts. Okay? Number one.
Represented by legal lawyers, not personally impersonating lawyers.
Okay, stop. You finished now?
No, I'm not. You told me stop. I'm not finished.
Okay. Well, you're finished as far as I'm concerned. So this is what I got to say. First of all, we don't allow anyone to practice law that's unlicensed.
That's not true.
Okay. Let me just. I don't do it in this courtroom. Okay, sir, would you stop talking to Wolf? I have to have you taken out of here. Because you don't listen. You don't listen.
I'm including, I have a constitutional right to represent.
Charles.
What for?
Now, what I'm trying to tell you is this. The prosecutor can't bring you a video. And the video could be the crux of the case. We don't know what it shows. Your lawyer would be derelict in the person here, this the lawyer that's here, that's been assigned. Okay? So, he would be derelict in duty if he didn't get it, to look at it, and to try to ask, well, he doesn't have it yet, sir. And then he can ask, and
I'm asking for this due process.
okay, first of all, there's no basis.
The time is back.
The motion's denied. There's no basis to dismiss the case. Okay? Not right now, there is not. And so he can ask to bring his computer into the facility to show you the video. If he gets it, which apparently the prosecutor didn't have it. This is the normal prosecutor.
I don't
Okay.
know. It's like another trial, what, for the court.
Okay, well, I'm just explaining to you.
Fine.
I don't know who lied or who didn't.
That money never got one because they never intended to go this far. They didn't think that I was going to go this far. They think that I would come back to
Okay. Well, guess what?
it's something I did not do.
Nobody asked you to take a plea. First of all,
I'll tell you what he asked.
he might have asked you if you wanted to. I don't know what he said. That's between you and him. But the bottom line is he doesn't even have all the information to make a determination.
But he asked what he
Okay, I don't know. I said I don't know what he asked you. That's between you and your lawyer. I don't get involved with that.
Yeah, conversations between you and your lawyer are privileged and private, and should stay that way. And if you do decide to represent yourself, then I guess the conversations that go inside of your empty skull should stay there as well.
So what I'm trying to tell you is nobody's trying to get you to plead, at least not here, because I'm not taking a plea on this particular case, even though I probably could take a felony plea. I'm not doing that. We're just here to see what's going to happen as far as the discovery and if we need to hold a preliminary exam or not.
It's not going to be, it's not going to be. Because this is supposed to be my examination. It's not,
This was not your exam. This was a probable cause conference date. All right, we haven't set the exam yet because we haven't gotten all the information to set it. So we're going to go ahead and get the information and we'll make a determination if we're going to set it just in the next week when we come back. So that's what we're going to do. And you need to calm down. Okay? Fine is continued.
I'm trying to be right. I already know I get a little animal.
Yes,
That's when I know that I didn't
but then the truth will come out.
talk about none of that because these people are trying to prosecute.
The truth will come out, sir.
And I'm not going for it.
Okay.
Going on with that.
All right.
Thank you.
We thank you. All right. Fine. Let's continue.
Adios.
We'll see you back here on the 8th, 9:30. That's another PCC.
Alright, so that's the end of the second hearing, but he'll be returning in a couple of weeks to disrupt the court and spew more of his poor me vomit all over the record. Next, we head to Judge Goggins' courtroom, where we have a sovereign citizen who appeared yesterday and apparently woke up from his nightmare of credit card debt only recently. I assume it was sometime after he read on the internet that you could just wave a magical sovereign citizen wand and your debt will disappear into thin air.
Order, Mr. Jamal. Let's just do your second one. Your Citibank versus John Hayes.
Yes, and good morning, Joseph Jamal here on behalf of the plaintiff.
This is file 2425, and I've got another gentleman here, John Michael, who apparently has filed paperwork.
Yep.
Mr. John Michael, you've got semicolon Hayes, respondent. First of all, are you an attorney?
I am not.
Okay. So do you have you're alleging in I guess all these documents that you're somehow a representative for John Hayes. Is that right?
That is correct, sir.
So how are, or it says beneficiary, do you have some paperwork giving you some authority to act for John Hayes today?
UCC 1 that was filed.
But no, is there an order, court order? I understand the rules and the statutes and the laws, but do you have anything that says, listen, you've got authority?
I have nothing other than the process of the United States Corporation
I
that
see.
committed started the trust in my name.
Who started the trust in your name?
The Corporation of the United States of America after its bankruptcy.
Oh, you went through a bankruptcy?
No, the United States of America, the corporation did.
Oh, I got you.
19.
So but you have nothing that says you can represent John Hayes then?
I'm not acting as surety for John
Okay.
Hayes, that is for sure.
All right, so we've got a motion to dismiss. I don't have an attorney that's filed a motion to dismiss. I guess, Mr. Jamal, let's hear that first, I guess.
Your Honor, I guess my understanding, you said motion to dismiss. Is that for plaintiff's motion for summary
Yeah.
judgment you're referencing?
Well, you've got your summary disposition motion that's out, but he's got also, it looks like his motion to dismiss, defendant's motion to dismiss. That's one I think is probably easier to deal with first.
Okay.
I don't even know what it, frankly, it is, but you did respond to it looks like. Plaintiff's response to defense motion to dismiss. Anything you want to tell me on that one, I guess?
Nothing further, but for the fact that, based on my understanding of the court rules, everything was filed as required by the law. No actual documentation is required with notice pleading state, of which Michigan is. Notice is provided since we have provided detailed count documentation supporting our claim. So I think his motion to dismiss related to failure to state a claim and lack of subject matter jurisdiction should both be denied.
Okay.
I object
And
to-
Mr. however you want to refer to yourself, John Michael.
I think his name is John Michael of the family dipshit, colon sniffer, beneficiary of some really bad information on the internet. Say yes, sir, if you agree.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did you want to tell me about your motion?
Well, I asked all of the parties involved for validations, and I sent a statement of facts, and none of which were responded to, so that would be acquiescence to the truth of my statements, which should stand in truth and commerce. I asked for a contract and demonstration where there was adequate consideration giving, and did not receive any of that. It's my understanding that the consumer credit transaction or the application was taken by the Citibank and Best Buy to securitize the collateral to the Department of Treasury for their funds. They were paid, and now they're asking for me to pay in addition to that. I did not realize any of this was true until recently. And now if I am continuing to be required to make payments in any form of negotiable instruments, they are, in my opinion, are being unjustly enriched. They have never given me a contract with a signature. They've given me valid verification by bills and statements, but never anything that would demonstrate that they ever had anything at risk or that they lost anything. Therefore, without a contract, there is no standing, there's no claim to bring remedy to.
You find there's been significant number of documents that have been filed, one being the motion to dismiss this matter. It's signed John Michael, Hayes beneficiary. I've got no indication that John Hayes, whose pleading this is filed against, is in fact here. I've got no attorney representing John Hayes. I've got some allegations that John
Sir,
Michael,
I do not
hold on, sir, it's my
believe-
turn. Sir, it's my turn. John
All right.
Michael is somehow representing John Hayes